Hi dear friends, welcome back to Mathematics online class. Today we will start the new chapter, that is straight lines. Straight lines. In the school level, I think you people already studied some of the concept about the line. How the line is that line is nothing but we can extend on both the sides, right hand side as well as the left hand side. And line segment, difference between the line and the line segment. Line means we can extend on both the sides. Line segment means whose end points are given. So now let us come to know that here straight line means we are going to study the two-dimensional geometry. What is the two-dimensional geometry? Suppose one plane is that this plane is divided into four parts. How the four parts? That is divided by the line x, o, x dash and y, o, y dash. The plane is going to divide the four parts. Each part are said to be a quadrant. Already we know that. Now, here xy quadrant. This concept has been developed by René Descartes, French mathematician René Descartes has invented the two-dimensional geometry. This xy quadrant, plane, line, and regarding the line, whatever the concepts are there, these are things invented by the French mathematician René Descartes. Okay, now here before going to start directly the straight line, first of all I just revert the sum of the concept. As you people learn in the high school level, what are the concept is nothing but first of all a distance formula. Distance formula is nothing but distance between the 2 points. Distance between the 2 points. How to find the distance between the 2 points? Suppose P and Q or A and B, whatever. P having the coordinate x1, y1 and Q having the coordinate x2, y2. Suppose the 2 points are there. How the 2 points are there? However, I don't know. So I just typing PQ is a line segment is there. So these points are there. P having the coordinate x1, y1, z1, Q having the coordinate x2, y2, z2. We need to find the distance between these 2 points. I think I have already recorded these things once upon a time in a bridge course time. So once again I am just going to write it. So what is the distance between the PQ? Distance between the PQ is equal to x2 minus x1 whole square plus y2 minus y1 whole square under the root. PQ is equal to root of x2 minus x1 whole square plus y2 minus y1 whole square. This is the distance between the 2 points. Now the next thing is midpoint. What is the midpoint of this line segment? So that formula we can give that directly. Midpoint we can say that r. The coordinates of r is taken as x, y is equal to what is that? x1 plus x2 divided by 2 and y1 plus y2 divided by 2. This is the midpoint formula. Then next one is section formula. Section means the line is divided into 2 parts, that is in the ratio m is to n. So section formula, that is particularly 2 cases are there: internal division, external division. In that first of all, internal division. Internally, if the point r is divides this line segment in the ratio m is to n internally, in that time, on that time, what is the coordinate of the point r is equal to that we can say that m is to plus nx1 divided by m plus n. Similarly, my2 plus ny1 divided by m plus n. This is the section formula whenever the point r is divides the line segment PQ internally at the ratio m is to n. Is that clear? Next, second case. Here second case is nothing but externally. Externally. Suppose the point r is divided externally. Suppose the point r is the ratio, they are going to take the ratio m is to n ratio they divide. In that case, what is the coordinate of the r? Coordinate of the r is equal. Here it is a plus sign is there. Remove the plus sign and replace it as a minus. M is to minus nx1 divided by m minus n. Similarly, my2 minus ny1 divided by m minus n. This is a section formula. I hope you people have already studied in the high school level as well as in the bridge course also. I just given these formulas. Next, area of the triangle. area of the triangle. Suppose the three coordinates is given P, Q, R. Already P, Q is there. One more coordinate I just taken x3, y3. Suppose the three points are given. In that case, what is the area of the triangle? There are different formulas are there to find the area of the triangle. What are the different formula? Whenever triangle all the sides are given, then use the Heron's formula. A, B, C side length is given. Root of S into S minus A into S minus B into S minus C. Where S is the semi-perimeter. Semi-perimeter is nothing but A plus B plus C divided by 2. This is the semi-perimeter. Heron's formula is that. Whenever base and the height is given, height 1 by 2 into base into height modulus positive value area. So this is the formula. Whenever coordinates are given, that is nothing but P, Q, R, coordinates of the triangle is given. In that case, what is the area of the triangle? That is the area of the triangle is equal to 1 by 2 times of modulus of. Very important and very easy. X1, keep as it is x1 into. Next, y coordinate difference. What is the y coordinate differerence? y2 minus y3 plus. x2, keep as it is x2 plus. Next y coordinate, cyclic order, you just choose it. In this order, you have to choose x1. Next, 2 points, y coordinate difference. x2 is just choose it into next y coordinate, y3 minus y1. y3 minus y1 plus. Similarly, x2 is over x3 into next y coordinate difference, y1 minus y1 minus y2. So this is the required area of the triangle. So these all concepts you people have studied in the high school level. Now I just revise it. These are the things you just need to remember these formulas compulsory. Because whenever I am just solving the exercise problems, you people need to remember these things. So that reason I have already given. For that reason, I just given these concepts at the earlier video. Now, come back to the line. How the line is there? What are the concepts regarding the line we need to study here? So, what is the line? So, line is nothing but. So here, suppose one line is there. I just rub this also. So line, a straight line, it is, we can extend on both the sides. So this is said to be a line. Okay. So line is there. For this line, first and foremost thing, I need to come to know that what is meant by slope of the line. What is meant by slope of the line. So line is already known. Now there's points, line point regarding the line. We need to come to know that what is the slope of the line. So slope of the line means there are particularly what is the given thing. Here two conditions are there to find the slope of the line. What is the first condition means angle is given. What is the angle? Suppose L is the line which makes an angle theta. L is making an angle theta with the x-axis. Suppose L is the line which makes an angle with the positive direction of the x-axis. Then it is said to be an angle between the line and the positive direction of the x-axis. Let theta. Theta being the angle. This is the angle between what? Line and positive direction of the x-axis. Positive direction of the x-axis. This condition is very important. Whether it is may subtend an angle positive direction of the x-axis or negative direction of the x-axis. Positive direction of the x-axis, not in the angle subtending. If you measure angle in this direction, positive direction. If you measure angle in this direction, negative direction. I am not talking about this one. I am talking about the positive direction of the x-axis. Let theta be the angle between the line and the positive direction of the x-axis. Then the slope of the line is given by tan of theta. Tan ratio of that angle. What is the slope of the line? Slope of the line is defined as tan of theta. This is the theta, where theta is the angle between the line and the positive direction of the x-axis. Slope is always denoted by a small letter m. Slope is always denoted by a small letter m. So m is equal to tan theta. That we just get the required slope of the line. What is the slope of the line? Slope of the line is denoted by r and given by tan of theta, where theta is the angle between the given line and the positive direction of the x-axis. Condition is over. So suppose in a two-dimensional plane, suppose this is the line is given. How much angle is subtending with the x-axis? Suppose it is subtending 30 degree. Then what is the slope of this line? Slope of this line is nothing but tan of 30 degree, because theta is equal to 30 degrees. That what is the tan 30? That 30 is 1 divided by root 3. So this is the required slope of the line. Slope of the line is equal to 1 divided by root 3, and the slope might be a positive value or negative value, both negative and the positive value. It depends on the angle. And to use this condition, this theta should not be taken as a 90 degree. Theta should not be taken as a 90 degree. Why the theta is not a 90 degree? What happens if theta is 90 degree? Theta is 90 degrees, but this is the x-axis is there, this is the y-axis is there. Theta is 90. Angle between the line and the x-axis is 90. That means this is the line which makes an angle 90 degree with the positive direction of the x-axis. Are you people clear? Line making an angle 90 degree with the positive direction of the x-axis, then go for the formula m is equal to tan theta, tan of 90. What is the tan 90? Tan 90 is not defined. Tan 90 is not defined, which is not possible to study anything about this one. So that reason, to use this formula to find the slope of the line, here condition is tan is not a 90 degree. Other than 90 degree, whatever the angle you can take. And one more thing you can remember, after the 180 degree, tan value is repeats itself, periodic function. After the 180 degree, tan value is repeats. Okay. So except the 90, the theta might be taken it as a 0 to 180 degree. Okay. So now, next thing is, here one more point. Suppose I just take a note here. Now, what is the slope of the x-axis? Can you people say that slope of the x-axis and the slope of the y-axis? Very important point. The one mark session they used to ask this question. How they used to ask that question means find the slope of the x-axis or write the slope of the x-axis. In that manner, they used to ask it. What is the slope of the x-axis? X-axis means what? X-axis is nothing but this is the x-axis. Now we need to find the slope of the x-axis. That means this line only, can I consider that line is lying on the x-axis? Line is lying on the x-axis. Line is lying on the x-axis means what is the angle between the line and the x-axis? Line is here, x-axis is also here. What is the angle between the line and the x-axis? Angle between the line and the x-axis is 0. That is theta is equal to 0. If theta is equal to 0, what is the slope of the x-axis? Slope of the x-axis formula is here, tan 0. What is the tan 0? Tan 0 is 0. Therefore, slope of the x-axis is how much? 0. Slope of the x-axis is 0. Similarly, find the slope of the y-axis. What is the slope of the y-axis? Slope of the y-axis means here x-axis is here y-axis is there. Slope of the y-axis means this y-axis becomes a line and the x-axis. How much angle is that? 90 degrees there. So here theta is equal to 90 degree. Theta is equal to 90 degrees is nothing but what is the slope of the y-axis? Slope of the y-axis is not defined. Slope of the y-axis is not defined. Very important note. What is the note? Slope of the x-axis is 0. Slope of the y-axis is not defined. One marks question. They will ask you very important thing. If you remember this one, you can easily find that one. Nothing to worry. Is that clear? Once again, what is the slope of the line? Suppose the line. Let first of all theta. Theta is the angle between the line and the positive direction of the x-axis. Then the slope of the line is given by tan of theta and it is denoted by small letter m. And to use this formula, theta should not be a 90 degree. then slope is denoted by small letter m, slope of the line. Then slope of the x-axis is 0, slope of the y-axis is not defined. These are all the things. Here we have studied that slope of the line whenever angle between the line and the positive direction of the x-axis is given. And one more thing, suppose the line is in this manner. This is the line is given. What is the angle between the x-axis? This is the x-axis, this is the y-axis. What is the angle between the line and the x-axis? Line and the x-axis. Which angle you have to consider? Here totally 4 angles are there. This is the first angle, second angle, third angle, and the fourth angle. Which angle you are going to consider? Come to the condition. Theta, angle between the line and the positive direction of the x-axis. What is the positive direction of the x-axis? This is the positive direction of the x-axis is here. And the line is here. Now, can I take that? This is the angle, required angle. Can I consider? This is the required angle. Yes, this is the required angle. So, we should not consider any other values. Okay. If it is theta, what about this angle? This is obviously 180 minus theta. We don't need. So, in this case, what is the slope of this line? Again, the same thing. Slope of the line here is equal to tan of theta. Here, theta is an acute angle or obtuse angle. Here, theta, acute angle or obtuse angle. There are two types of angle. That is different type of angles is that. First of all, acute angle, obtuse angle. What is the acute angle? Angle which is lies in between 0 to 90 degree, and obtuse angle is nothing but angle which is lies in between 90 to 180 degree. Is that clear? Acute angle means 0 to 90 degree. Obtuse angle is 90 to 180. Whether it is more than 90 or less than 90, it is more than 90 degree. More than 90 degree is nothing but obtuse angle. Obtuse angle means what is the slope? More than 90. Second quadrant more than 90. Second quadrant tan is positive or negative? Negative. Here slope is becomes a negative. For example, if we take a theta is equal to 120 degree, what is the slope of the line? Theta is having 120 degree. Slope of the line is equal to tan of 120 degree. Do you know that tan of 120? Tan of 120 means how will you get this one? 120 is not a standard angle. Split into compound angle, multiple allied angle. We know that 120 can be written as 180 minus of 60. So tan of 180 minus theta minus tan theta minus tan of 60. Tan 60 is root 3. Slope of this line is minus root 3. That is nothing but whenever theta is 120 degree. Have you got that? Previously, we just got the positive slope. Here we just got the negative slope. Slope is any real number. M is the any real number. Either we can get the positive value or we can get the negative value. Both values are here. If you come to the positive value, that means angle between the line and the x-axis is acute angle. If the slope is negative, means angle between the line and the x-axis is obtuse angle. That is the thing. And very important thing, we have to take that. This given angle must be with the positive direction of the x-axis. Don't take this one. This is the 30 degree. Obviously, we get the same thing. But here we have taken a 30 degree. Replace the tan 30 value, we will get the different value. That is not a correct answer. Always you have to take an angle from the positive direction of the x-axis to the line. So I hope you people are clear all the things about to find the slope of the line whenever angle is given. Is any other method are there to find the slope of the line? Yes, obviously. And one more condition is that. What is the one more condition? Whenever 2 points on the line is given, in that case, how to find the slope of the line? Slope of the line. Slope of the line when the 2 points on the line is given. Whenever the 2 points on the line is given. So whenever the angle between the line and the positive direction of the x-axis, on that case we have already found out the slope of the line. M is equal to tan theta. Whenever 2 points on the line is given, 2 points on the line is given means, suppose this is the line here is there. 2 points are given. What are the 2 points? I just consider the P and the Q are the 2 points. What is the coordinate of the P? I just write the coordinate of P. P having the coordinate x1 comma y1, or write it here x1 comma y1. Q having the coordinate x2 comma y2. In that case, how to find the slope of the line? Yes, I just use the same condition only. So here, particularly, to describe this thing, we need to consider that the line is projecting the xy coordinate plane, x and the y. I just extend this line. If I extend this one, better to draw one more diagram. In a xy coordinate plane, this is the x axis, this is the y axis. Suppose the line is given, this is the line here, and 2 points on the line is given. This point is P and this point is Q. What is the coordinate of P? P having the coordinate x1 comma y1 and Q having the coordinate x2 comma y. These are the given points. On using these two given point conditions, I need to find the slope of the line. How to find the slope of the line? Here, 2 points are given. Now I need to find the slope of the line. How can I find? Is nothing but here there arises 2 cases. What are the 2 cases? Is nothing but first case is whenever theta is an acute angle. Whenever theta is an acute angle. Second case is theta is an obtuse angle. Theta is an obtuse angle. So let us come to know that. First of all, I just consider the suppose whenever theta is an acute angle. If it is a theta angle between the line and the positive direction of the x axis is acute angle. In such case, how to find the slope of the line? As we know that particularly we don't know actually the theta value. I just assume that obviously it makes an angle. Some angle it is subtended with the positive direction of the x axis. This value we don't know. Theta value we don't know right now. But we know that 2 points on the line we know that. Then using that one, how to draw? Here I just alter the diagram. How I just alter the diagram is I just draw the QM is perpendicular to the x axis. What I just drawn? Draw QM is perpendicular to the x axis. If QM is perpendicular to x axis, then one more thing and one more result. What is that? PN is perpendicular to the PN is perpendicular to what? PN is perpendicular to QM. I just alter the diagram. How I just altered? QM is perpendicular to x axis and Q1 is perpendicular to the PN is perpendicular to the PM. Here we just get a one right angle triangle. What is the right angle triangle? PQN. PQN is the right angled triangle. From this right angle triangle, what we get before going to proceed this thing? Observe that. Can I say that PN is parallel to x axis? PN is parallel to the x axis. If it is a theta, what about this one? This is also the theta. Do you agree? If it is a theta, obviously this is also theta because PN is parallel to the x axis. Okay. If it is theta, this is also theta because PN is parallel to the x axis. Now we just get a right angle triangle. What is the right angle triangle? This is the 90 degree. This is the theta. Now already we know the slope of the line. What is the slope of the line? Slope of the line is nothing but tan theta. So here I just use the tan of theta is equal. What is the tan theta is equal to? Opposite divided by adjacent. What is the opposite? QN divided by adjacent. Once again. Opposite QN divided by PN. QN divided by PN. These are the sides. Q1. Q1, this is the line Q1, this is the PN. People agree? So Q1 divided by PN. And already we know that. What is the known result? Here this theta becomes a angle between the line and the positive direction of the x axis. So therefore slope of the line is equal to that is m is equal to, can I write as a tan theta? What is the tan theta value? Tan theta value is nothing but qn divided by pn. Already we just got that pn, qn divided by pn. Now we need to replace the qn value and the pn value. What is the qn value? Can you people describe the qn value? Qn value, can I write separate as this writing? Can I write the qn size value? Qn is nothing but only this part is required. To get this part, total height we know that. What is the total height? This is nothing but y2. From here to here, can I say that it is an y2? People agree? Because this distance is x2 and this distance is y2. And what about this distance? This is the x2 is that. And so here, what about next thing? Qn can I write as qm minus qn. Can I write the, one second, okay, qn is required, so this is, I just write whole distance minus of mn, minus of mn, qm minus nm. What is nm? Nm is nothing but already p coordinate we know that. Pn parallel to the x-axis. What about this distance? This distance is the y1. Are you following? This distance is required. This whole distance minus of this distance. Whole distance minus of this distance. That means qm minus of mn. Already we know the qm. What is the qm? Qm is nothing but y2. What is the mn? Mn is nothing but y1. Here, this y1 is always 1. Next, and similarly, I just replace the pn value. What is the pn value? Pn value can be written as pn is nothing but this whole, this distance is required. Only this much is required. So this distance minus of this distance. What is this distance? This is the x2. And what is this distance? This is the x1. So x2 minus x1. x2 minus x1, replace it. Tan theta is equal to, what is the qn? Qn is nothing but y2 minus y1 divided by pn is nothing but x2 minus x1. Therefore, the required slope of the line whenever 2 points are given. Required slope of the line whenever 2 points are given. What is the formula? y2 minus y1 divided by x2 minus x1. Provided that this is not a vertical line, that means L is a non-vertical line. L is the non-vertical line. Vertical line is nothing but perpendicular to x-axis. Perpendicular to x-axis means x1 and x2 is becomes equal. If x1 is equal to x2, denominator becomes a 0. Any number divided by 0 is not defined. So that reason. Are you clear? So let L be the non-vertical line. And given P1 having the coordinate x1, y1, P2 Q having the coordinate, P having the coordinate x1, y1, Q having the coordinate x2, y2. In that case, the slope of the line is derived, that is y2 minus y1 divided by x2 minus x1. The first case is over. Equitable case is over. Now we need to discuss the active single case. Whenever theta is an active single, on that case, how to find the slope of the line? Whenever 2 points on the line is given, the second case is theta is an active single. Theta is an active single. What is the shape of the line? Suppose the line is in this manner. This is the non-vertical line, and here is the theta is given. This is the theta, and p coordinate is given. What is the p coordinate? x1, y1, and q coordinate is given. What is the q coordinate? x2, y2. So given points are P and Q. Already know that Q is an active single. So what is the, how do you find the slope of this line? Again the same thing. Draw the perpendicular. Qm is perpendicular to x-axis and Pn is perpendicular to Qm. So here we just get the right angle triangle. What is the right angle triangle? PQN is the right angle triangle. If it is a theta, here. If it is a theta, what about this one? This is the 180 minus theta. Are you quite clear? If it is a theta and this is said to be a 180 minus theta. If it is a 180 minus theta, obviously this is also the 180 minus theta. Now it is 180 minus theta. Now tan of 180 minus theta is equal to how much? Tan of 180 minus theta. This is the angle. Angle here is a right angle triangle. Opposite divided by adjacent. What is opposite? Opposite is Q1 divided by adjacent is Pn. Are you clear? So here theta is just considered. It is a 180 minus theta. If it is 180 minus theta, this is also 180 minus theta is there. Okay. Next thing is I need to find the slope of this line. So that reason right angle triangle is here. So tan of 180 minus theta is equal to 180 minus theta is nothing but this angle. For you already we just got it. Simplify. What is the Q1 value? Q1 value is equal. Q1 value whole distance minus of this distance. Whole Qm is nothing but y coordinate y2 minus Mn is nothing but this. What is the y value? Y1 is that divided by Pn is nothing but this distance is required. This much we can make one more value. This is n. N is already given. We can call it as a. OA minus OM is required. What is the OA from here to here? How much? X1 is that. From here to here, X1 is that. And minus of OM, that is nothing but X2 is that. Are you agree? I just need this one. So this distance minus of this distance. This whole distance is X1 and this distance is X2. X1 minus X2. Now, actually we know that the slope of the line M is equal to tan of theta. M is equal to tan of theta. Theta is this one. But instead of this one, we know this one. So I just replace this one. How I just replace? Tan of 180 minus theta. Yes. M is equal to tan of 180 minus theta. This is nothing but tan of 180 minus. Instead of this one theta, this theta value I just write angle QPN. Angle QPN. Now simplify. Tan of 180 minus theta is how much? Minus tan of theta minus angle tan of QPN. So this is minus as it is. This angle value already know that. What is this angle value? This angle value tan of QPN. Tan of QPN is nothing but opposite. Opposite is nothing but Q1 divided by adjacent is nothing but Pn value know that. What is the minus as it is? Q1 value. Already just replace the Q1 value. What is that? Y2 minus Y1 divided by Pn value. Already know the Pn value. What is that? X1 minus X2. Here a negative sign is there. I just multiply this negative sign into denominator. If I multiply, what happens? Y2 minus Y1 divided by X2 minus X1. What is the left hand side? M is equal to. So here X1 is not equal to X2. That is nothing but non-vertical line. Here we just got the result. What is the slope of the line? Y2 minus Y1 divided by X2 minus X1 whenever theta is represented. Whenever theta is equal, what is the slope of the line? Y2 minus Y1 divided by X2 minus X1. Are you clear? In whatever the angle, theta might be a obtuse angle or acute angle, the final results or a slope of the line whenever 2 points are given. Whenever 2 points of the line is given is y2 minus y1 divided by x2 minus x1, provided that x1 is not equal to x2, which is nothing but non-vertical line. Which is nothing but non-vertical line. And whenever whenever angle between the line and the x-axis is given, angle between the line and the x-axis is given, in that case slope of the line is equal to or m is equal to tan theta, provided theta is not equal to the 90 degree. Theta is not equal to the 90 degree. These are the very important formula to find the slope of the line. Totally 2 formulas are there to find the slope of the line. One thing is whenever angle between the line and the x-axis is given, another thing is 2 points of the line is given. If they ask a question, find the slope of the line. you must observe that whether they given an angle between the line and the x-axis or 2 points on the line. Is that clear? So on the given, particularly while solving the exercise, you need to analyze it. It is a very important chapter and one of the most difficult chapter in the first PC syllabus. Don't get scared. Okay, very simple thing is that you need to learn the skills. You need to get the imagination. Very simple thing is that no need to worry because I am here. Okay. So suppose if they ask the question, find the slope of the line. Suppose if they ask the question, find the slope of the line. You just observe that. Only the two things. What are the two things? First thing is whether they given a angle between the line and the x-axis or whether they given a 2 points on the line. If they not given directly, so how to extract any one of these things from the given data? You need to observe. So while discussing the exercise problems, I just tell you nothing to worry. So you just remember this thing and remember the derivation also. First formula derivation is not required, but second thing, slope of the line, whenever 2 points of the line is given, this derivation will be asked. How they will ask the question is, derive the slope of the line. The given 2 points are x1, y1 and x2, y2. Derivation for doing this derivation. This is the first case, this is the second case. Both the case you have to express in the solution in the examination. For this 3 marks, and regarding this one they will ask the question and also find the slope of the line, which is line is passes through the point 2, 3 and 4, 8. Line is passes through the point 2, 3 and 4, 8. Already given this is the x1, this is the x1, y1, this is the x2, y2. Or else you can consider reverse x1, y1, x2, y2. They will get the same thing. What is the slope of the line whenever line is passes through these 2 points? y2 minus y1, 8 minus 3 is 5, x2 minus x1, 4 minus 2 is 2. So m is equal to 5 by 2 is the required slope of the line. So it is always a real number including the 0. 0 might be why? Because slope of the x-axis is 0. So that reason including the 0, whatever the real number it will come. Are you clear? So practice this derivation, definition of the slope of the line and given conditions. Next point is condition of parallelism. Condition of parallelism. So what is meant by condition of parallelism means suppose that 2 lines are said to be parallel. Then how do you say that? So already you know that. Suppose if I ask the question, when we need to say that 2 lines are parallel. So parallel means they will not intersect anywhere. You can extend up to infinity on both the sides, they will not intersect. What is the example? What is the particular example for parallel lines? So can I say that pillars of the building. So always they used to parallel to each other. Is that correct? They never intersect. You can extend. Okay. Whatever the number of floors you can build it. So they will never intersect pillars. Or one more thing, train track. This is a particular example for the parallel lines. So you might have asked the question: is a train track will be intersect whenever the crossing is there? So that is a different track that will not intersect anywhere. So train is moving on the parallel line. Okay. So these are the general example I have just taken. Now mathematically, how do you say that? So with the help of the slope, how do you say that the 2 lines are parallel? Condition of parallelism with their slopes. With their slope, you can particularly mention. Condition of parallelism with their slope. So here 2 lines they are given. This is the line L1 and this is the line L2. These 2 lines are there with their slopes they are mentioned, so that the slope of the line L1 is m1 and the slope of the line L2 is m2. L1 and L2 are the 2 lines with having the slope m1 and m2 respectively. Okay. Then we need to say that these 2 lines are parallel. How do you say that these two lines are parallel? Means direct access to the condition means they never intersect. So extending these lines, x-axis is that. So here we can extend up to the infinity. This line. What is the angle? This angle and this is the angle. L1 making an angle alpha. L1 making an angle alpha. L2 making an angle beta. L1 is making an angle alpha and L2 is making an angle beta with the positive direction of the x-axis. L1 and L2 making an angle with the positive direction of the x-axis is alpha and beta respectively. So as we know that previously, I am just telling that these two lines are parallel. These two lines are parallel means can I say that alpha is equal to beta? With their angles, can I say that alpha is equal to beta? Because observe that L1 and L2 are parallel. So that a line is intersecting, x is intersecting. Obviously, alpha is equal to beta. Do you agree? Is that clear? So these two alpha is equal to beta. Angles are equal. Now, angles are equal. Alpha is the angle between the line and the positive direction of the x-axis. Beta is the angle between the line L2 and the positive direction of the x-axis. So given that, given two lines are parallel, I need to check with their slope. Using the slope, what is the condition of their slopes? What is the condition of the parallelism? So given that angles are equal. So now this is the alpha is the angle between the x-axis and the line L1, positive direction is that. Beta is the angle between the line L2 and the positive direction of the x-axis. Can I take the tan ratio on both sides? Taking tan ratio on both sides. What is the tan ratio? After taking tan ratio, what happens? Tan alpha is equal to tan beta. Always just for the trigonometry, we can take in this manner. Okay. Tan alpha is equal to tan beta. What is the tan alpha? Tan alpha is nothing but, can I say that M1 pi? Because tan alpha is nothing but slope of the line L1. Tan alpha is nothing but slope of the line L1. Slope of the line L1 is nothing but what? M1. What is the tan beta? Tan beta is nothing but slope of the line L2. Slope of the line L2 is nothing but what? M2 is that. Are you for sure? Because alpha is the angle between the line L1 and the positive direction of the x-axis. It is satisfy our definition of the slope of the line. It satisfies the definition slope of the line. So that reason, as is taken, tan alpha is nothing but M1, tan beta is nothing but M2. So here we can say that two lines are said to be parallel if and only if their slopes are equal. Two lines are said to be parallel if and only if their slopes are equal. I just add the condition. Two lines are said to be parallel. Said to be parallel if and only if their slopes are equal. Their slopes are equal. This is the required condition of the parallelism. Very important. What is the meaning of if and only if? It is satisfying both the way, necessary part as well as the sufficient part. We can go forward manner using this one. This is true. Using this one, this is true. Forward, backward. Both the condition it should be satisfied. Taking a first condition, second condition is true. Taking a second condition, first condition is true. If and only if condition is to set. Okay. So here, what is the condition of parallelism of the two lines with their slope? Whenever two lines are said to be parallel, if and only if their slopes are equal. If the slopes are equal, then the lines are said to be parallel. When the lines are parallel, both the angles are same with the positive direction of the x-axis. This is the condition of the parallelism. Very important condition. So draw the diagram and mention this condition. Whatever things you just need. So for your studies, further studies, you just mention, pause the video and mention at that particular time only. So these derivations are very important. I'm just repeating that. I'm not losing your hopes. I'm just giving the suggestion. It is one of the little bit difficult chapter in first BC syllabus, and In the same manner, very easiest chapter if you have understood the concept. If you know the concept, if you have clearly understood the concept, then it is very easiest chapter. Is that clear? So don't scare about this one. Clearly understand the concept, you can easily solve the any problem, and just remember the standard conditions. What are the standard conditions are there? So what is this? My suggestion is, in the trigonometry, what you people used to do, we just used to do the formula list. If you remember the formula, trigonometry easily we can understand. If you remember the conditions, you can easily solve the any problems based on this one. So that reason, here also make one formula list regarding the statement. Just continue whatever the formula list we did previously trigonometry. We just continue the same thing only. Continuous. So here make the problem. What is the slope of the line? To find the slope of the line, two conditions are there. What are the conditions? If theta is given, if 2 points are given. Write the formula for this one. Slope of the line is over. Then after that, condition of parallelism. What is the condition of parallelism? Parallelism condition means their slopes are equal. So like that, we just mention hint points, short notes. You can easily understand the concept. Okay. Now I just stop here. We'll continue in the next video. Okay, thank you.